Man, I wish I had. I don't feel like if I was to try and sell myself,
Right.
I ain't gonna sound like that. So guys, welcome to Motivational Monday. Today I am here with Mikey J, or should I say Michael?
Yes,
Asante?
Michael Mikey J Asante. I had to start putting the Asante in my name because my dad was like, when I got my first gold plaque, my dad was like, it was Mikey J.
He was not happy.
He was just like, Mike, where's the Asante? so it's Michael Mikey J Asante.
Nice. So tell us a little bit about Michael Mikey J Asante.
Okay. My main thing is I'm a music producer. However, I'm also an artistic director and co-founder of Boy Blue Entertainment. Myself and Kenrick H2O Sandy, we've been running that since 2001.
It's a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Wow.
We won an Olivier for one of our pieces called The Pied Piper back in 2006.
Yep.
We're also Barbican Associates, so we present work there every year. Sometimes even 2-3 shows every year there.
Yeah, the shows are dope.
Yeah, we're currently going to be doing a show in January next year, and like that's called Black, White, Grey, dealing with a lot of what's on our minds and what we're thinking and feeling. So I basically bounce between creatively looking at dance or shows to making music for artists and musicians and TV spots, film, whatever.
You got extensive experience.
Exactly.
What would you say some of your biggest challenges have been along the way?
Along the way, I don't know. It's quite tricky because I've always done this. I've always done music. Like, say for argument's sake, Ken didn't start dancing until he was 19.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he didn't start dancing until
he will be on this as well, by the way. So make sure you stay tuned for that.
So me, I've always done some kind of music, entertainment. You know, I started. How did it work? 5, I started acting, but I was doing it at school.
Oh wow.
Then from that, I did one play called Bugsy Malone.
I feel like everyone knows Bugsy Malone at some point in school,
because
right?
obviously because there's a whole bunch of kids, you know, running around trying to be adults. So I did Bugsy Malone and I was Fizzy in that, and then I found out I could sing. So they were like, "Oh, Michael's really good." But then not only that, I found out I was like, people were laughing at my lines, and I was like, "Why is everyone laughing at my lines? I don't get it." You know, I'm just being me.
Yeah.
Then. So the acting thing started. It was the main thing I wanted to do. And it wasn't until 14 I was hit with a bug to like produce and make music.
Okay, that's young.
Yeah.
That's really young. 14.
This is what I'm saying. 14 years
I
old.
was
Like,
at 14.
so this is what I'm saying. So for me, it's been like consistent. So I've never not been this guy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, I've struggled with stuff like motivation, procrastination.
Yeah.
Just keeping on top of things, especially being an artistic person.
Yeah.
Just, you know, there's a business involved as well. So
100%.
keeping on top of stuff that is business related, or you know, a lot of people would say getting back to them and stuff like that. But I'm a creative, so sometimes I get deep into what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I go through the ups and downs of any artist. Do you know what I mean? You hear the way artists feel throughout history. So those are the kind of challenges. But more often than not, you know, there is obviously the big one that stays in my face, which is my skin colour, you know?
Yeah.
And also being a dark-skinned male as well. You know, that's very interesting. Like, growing up, definitely in the 80s, and then being African as well.
Yeah.
You know, so... but then at the same time, luckily enough, I've just kept on being the best I can possibly be, which has always put me in a space that they've never had to question that. They look at the work, they look at what I'm doing. Obviously, it speaks for itself. Yeah, it almost speaks for itself. And the one thing I pride myself on is quality. So if you're going to come to work with me, you're going to do something for me, I'm trying to give you quality.
So obviously your work speaks for itself, but all the other challenges you face as a creative person, sometimes the view is creative people don't do business well.
Yeah.
How have you sort of overcome that?
Oh, man, I wouldn't say I do business well. What I would say is when I want to try and achieve something, I make sure I stand by it.
Yeah.
I also make sure everybody is sorted out. You know what I mean? You know, we're good for doing business that's solid, you know, and what it says on the tin, we're going to give you. There's no, you know, backdoor stuff going on. Do you know what I mean? We're always making sure that we keep people interested in us, wanting to work with us again, you know, having a great experience, you know. And I think that's part of good business, as opposed to obviously making sure that budgets are sorted, making sure that there's money for bills, etc. All of those things are definitely there. But I would say the biggest, you know, and I wouldn't say I'm 100% on that. I would say, if anything, I'm more, you know, about the relationships. And I think relationships are key, especially in what I do. You know what I mean? It is about, you know, trying to get people, especially from a musical point of view. I mean, we're in the studio right now. That I try and get something that's unique, that they want to use, that they want to get out of it. So the relationship aspect, the being true to the work, you know, and what I want to get out of it, rather than chasing the money or chasing what you can do for me or what you can get out of me. It's more about the collaboration. So that's been the key thing, I think, for my business and the businesses I'm involved in. It's
interesting. I think quite a few people have said to me as well, don't chase the money, because that's
I mean, essentially, you know, and I don't, especially to your viewers, I wouldn't want to say money just comes. It doesn't. You got to work hard for it. But more often than not, if you're chasing something that's honest and deep inside you, you know, the money will be attached. You have to put a money value to your time. You have to. And as long as you're doing that, and then giving people authenticity at every stage of your business process, then do you know what I mean? People will continue to pay. You get people who will continue to refer you, and you get repeat business.
So you sort of spoke briefly at the beginning about your piece that's happening next year. Do you want to give us a little bit more of an insight to what that's?
It's funny because it's hard. It's hard to kind of say, and I mean the copy's out there, and we've been going back and forth on the copy and trying to make people understand what it is. But I've always, when talking about it, I've tried to be a little bit vague, because each piece, we want people to see themselves into it and see themselves in it and interpret what it is. 100%. But essentially, Black, White, Grey is about the human experience, or the journey, you know, and especially
the journey.
I think we're questioning a lot of what's happening right now is just not, you know, I'm not into a lot of the things that are going on, both here and abroad, but then at the same time, you know, I want to challenge myself and challenge these questions.
100%.
So the best way I can do that is through my art. So.
And you'd be a fool not to utilise that platform, right?
I guess so.
And your skills.
I can't say enough that, you know, I've had loads of support, like my family, my parents. You know, I was that. As I said, I've done this all the whole time. So I've been that weird, odd kid. They weren't thinking about me graduating this or graduating that. They knew Michael's going to do something with music, you know. I mean, I was intelligent to the point of like getting good grades and stuff like that. I mean, I did A-level, I went to university. I dropped out just going into my 3rd year to pursue my music career. And that was 20 years old. Like, literally, could you imagine going to your parents?
Ghanaian parents.
Yeah, man. And I just said, Mum, Dad. And my dad had been paying my school fees as well. You know what I mean? No grants in them, but we were the year when no grants existed. And I just said to them, you know, Mum, the thing that I want to do, I can't do at university. And then my mum just said to me, Michael, just do your best. That's what she said. And by then, 25, I had my first publishing deal, because I just grafted. And I did that with Kano's album, his first album, Home Sweet Home. So
and that album is... Hold on, aren't you singing on some of them?
Yeah,
tracks?
Am I singing on? No, not on Home Sweet Home. On the mixtapes, I'm singing like Layer Cake. I sing on Layer Cake.
Yeah.
I made Layer Cake as well.
No way.
What else? There's loads of tracks I'm singing on of Kane's. Like, I mean, I worked with Shiesty.
Yeah.
I sang on Don't Play with Shiesty. I sang on one of her biggest, or the second biggest track, I'd say, which was Make It Easy.
You know, like, but the way that I feel like I just rediscovering who Michael J Asante is, like,
yeah, man. I mean, I've never been that guy to brag and.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, that humbleness is probably what got you to where you are. So.
You know what? I think, a bit, but then at the same time, I think, you know, I've never tried to outshine the people I'm working with. That's the most important thing. I always, as I said, I like it to be a collaborative thing, you know.
Interesting, but like I said, but your parents are super sweet. Like, so I can understand that they would support you. That's huge.
100%.
And it's real key that you have a huge support network around you, because without it, like I said in one of my other videos, if you don't have that support network.
I remembered now what I said, but the support network was there, but the truth was this: even though I was young, even though I had made this decision, so to speak, at 14 years old, I was dedicated to it. Like sleepless nights. You know, I wouldn't go out. Like, you could talk to my friends from back in the day, like my tight, close friends. They'll tell you, they'll be like, Mike, come out, let's go out and link Yal, whatever. I wasn't involved. It wasn't because I didn't like girls. Yeah, I like girls. But it was because I had an agenda. I was going to school, I was coming home, and I just was on production. I was on it so much. Someone gave me my first like Atari. Yeah, man, he gave me an Atari. He goes, yeah, I can see something in you. He gave me all this stuff.
That's big.
That's the bottom line. So yeah, you can have the support, but what are you showing other people to make them understand really why you really want it? Do you know what I mean? That's the one thing I promote all the time. I tell people, look, first, look inside you. If you're not looking inside you and understanding you all the way, you can't interact with anybody in the best way, because even you're not representing yourself in the best fashion. Like, no one even know your worst attributes. You know what I mean? Or checking out how you might be, because that can be, you know, people might see that as you. But if you know that that's a part of you, not that you're gonna hide it, you're gonna know how to manage it. That's the most important thing. So first, understanding and knowing you. That's it. So finding that thing, and obviously finding it early is great, but it's never too late. That's the one thing, it's never too late. If you find that thing that not only wakes you up in the morning, but makes you want to get up in the morning, and actually makes you not want to sleep. Right,
here we go.
The quote is, with all I want to achieve in this lifetime, sleep is a gamble.
But Mikey, I really appreciate you taking the time out and
no problem.
Giving these people a little bit more of an insight to who you are, putting a name to a face, because like you said, a lot of people will know your tracks but don't know who you are. But guys, black, white and grey?
Black, white, grey. Just black, white, grey.
Oh. Black, white, grey.
Yeah.
Make sure you try and get the tickets down below. I'm going to link it down there. Do follow Mikey on his social media.
Yeah, you can hit me up on my Insta.
Put them down.
Put it down.
It's all going to be in the description. But I really appreciate it. And hopefully you guys feel a little bit more motivated to go out there, wish it, dream it, do it. As well as the other quote.
And we got two of the man them in the back as well. You got man like a Carla and you got Kano.
Just supporting. Secretly they're already in the video. Do you know what I mean? But yes, definitely stay tuned for next week's episode. It will be a surprise, but make sure you stay on my Instagram and my Snapchat to see who's going to be next. Until next time, take care. Much love.
What, are they seeing it backwards though? I think they are.
That's a good question.
I think they're seeing it.
Mate, you're taking like everybody's motivational Monday little quotes that they can take and just you just all in one. Just
that was so African. I googled it to see if there was anyone else who said that. No one else has said that.
So this is Mikey J Asante's own quote.
That's my own quote. I mean, I've got a few more.
I mean, I don't doubt
that. But I posted this one.